Hi everyone, thank you for watching my first video as the Scouse Scientist. I've wanted to do this for such a long time, but it's only now that I've actually got the courage to just have a go. So, for those who don't know me, I grew up in a normal family in Liverpool, but growing up I was a little bit of a science geek. So much so that I managed to get a place at Oxford University to study biological sciences. After that, I then joined the NHS and I've recently completed the postgraduate scientist training programme in genetics, and I now work as a clinical scientist in genetics in the NHS. So, having said all that, I feel like there's a real lack of people from my background going into careers like this, and I don't feel like it's because they haven't got the ability, but it's simply because there's no one out there that they can relate to. Especially nowadays in this social media generation where there's so many Instagram stars and influencers that young girls follow and look up to based on their looks or their style. But there isn't really anyone out there that young girls can look up to because they're a scientist. So many people have said to me, "Oh, you don't sound like you went to Oxford," or "You don't look like a scientist." So I'm here to hopefully break down those barriers and prove that there isn't just one look or one voice for a scientist. Basically, I want young people to look at me and just think, well, if she can do it, then so can I. So, all that's well and good, but why are you interested in genetics? So, genetics is becoming more and more integrated into routine practice in the NHS, and it's likely to affect us all. So previously, genetic testing involved taking one patient and testing them for a single gene to see if they'd inherited a particular genetic disorder. But nowadays, there's a drive towards genomics, which means we can test people for hundreds of different genes at the same time in order to reach a diagnosis faster. One of the most common genes that people have heard of are the BRCA genes. So BR stands for breast and CA stands for cancer. So the BRCA genes or the BRCA genes. So we can test people for these for variants in these genes and see if they're not working properly. So for a woman, if one of these genes isn't working correctly, this can mean that she's got a high chance of developing breast cancer over her lifetime. So having this information means that she can choose to have risk-reducing surgery to remove the breasts, or she may have screening at an earlier age and more frequently to catch the cancer earlier and hopefully give her a better chance of survival. So that's just one way in which genetic testing can not only change people's lives but also save their lives. And it's for that reason that I think it's so important to educate people about it. So, as I've already said, the main aims of this are firstly to inspire young people to pursue a career in science, and secondly to educate people about genetics. So basically what I'm going to do is just upload videos about what I do on a daily basis. So that might be genetic testing in cancer patients, in prenatal diagnosis, or anything else that I think may be interesting. So if there's any particular topics or questions that people have got, then please just let me know. I'm by no means claiming to know everything on the topic, and I'm certainly not an expert. But what I can do is hopefully provide some information and just get people thinking about genetics. So hopefully I've intrigued you all and made you want to come back and watch the second video. So in the meantime, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at the Scouse Scientist, or subscribe to my YouTube channel. So keep an eye out for the next video, and thank you for watching.